So today, the big project is going to be fixing this window. Let me tilt you forward here. So this window doesn't like to go up. This track had come off. Had a lot of problems with this. Cranking it's a pain in the ass. So I have new handles. And I have a new window regulator over there. But my plan is to replace this window. No, not the window. Replace the window regulator and get this thing moving up nice. Maybe the window won't shake so much. That's a problem I get, is this window on this side, this passenger side. It just wobbles, doesn't line up correctly. It takes 14 people to roll it up. I only know 3 people in my entire life. It's just a huge pain. I'm missing a clip. I'm hoping I can find one. May have to make one. It looks like this. And these are not just things you can go to auto parts store and just be like, hey, give me a clip for a 923A2. So, I think I found it. I think it's way back there in the door. Let's see if I can spin around. I think it's back there somewhere. I think it's in there. So, I may have found it. I doubt it. My luck. I'm gonna have to whittle this thing from Argentina driftwood from Guatemala, and I know none of that made any sense, but why don't you guys hang out and watch me do this? So I noticed I got to pull these little things here off. Now I don't know what any of this stuff is called, because this is my first truck like this I've ever had. But these little pieces here held on with these little screws, which is, it amazes me. You would think, being military, that everything on this truck would be ginormous. There's a lot of little tiny screws holding really big parts on. But if I'm not mistaken, I gotta pull these off to get the window to slide out. And I want the window all the way out, so I've got plenty of room to work. And I also want to take a look at this door, because it's not opening properly. And I might be doing a little bit of a custom stereo, and I have 0 room in the door itself for any type of speakers. So I'm thinking of over here, see there's a panel that goes here that I have. Thinking of right up here, which I'm not going to move the phone, but right under the, I can't do that. I'd have to do it up here towards the front of the door, making out of like sheet metal, making a kick panel to where a speaker points up. The only problem is it'll hit you in the knee, and I don't like that. And I would love if, like, Wet Sounds, it's a company that specializes in like UTV and boat speakers. I wish they would sponsor me. So if any of you guys know any of those guys, tell them to send me a sound bar. Because I was looking at their sound bars online, which I think would be perfect up on top of my windshield, because that's one of the few places I have room. Let me get my screwdriver I dropped. Wet Sounds makes a amplified sound bar with like 10 speakers in it, and I think that would be perfect for what I want to do. Get the windshield out. We'll clean that up later. So, from the looks of this thing, it's going to be these 4 screws. Holding everything. I don't know what holds that in. take a look at the window regulator. Some sort of screw. It's my new window regulator. So whatever holds it just screws right in. There might not be anything actually screwed into this at all. It might just be seized up. Interesting. Might be cutting that off with a grinder. So I had to cut the old handle off. It had been seized up. I mean, this truck is a 1990. It only has 17,000 miles, but it is a 1990. Getting the new regulator, it was easy. It just slid right in, no issues, and she's in there. I'm actually thinking about popping this handle off, just running over this real light with a orbitable sander and hitting this with some black paint, because I am changing the color of the truck to black for now, and then there's a wrap that's going to come later. But the inside I'm slowly changing the color of. I definitely want to go black. I'm going to do a video a little bit later of me recovering the seats, adding some foam there, the seats, until I locate some affordable, like Peterbilt seats, some sort of air ride tractor trailer seat, because I definitely want a little more comfort. But until I locate that, I'm gonna go ahead and recover these. It'll be inexpensive. Might go with like some pink bandana pattern or something. Everybody loves pink bandanas. Let me get my new handle. It's a new handle. Came with the truck. Very happy about that. I have no idea what size screw. I probably should have taken it up and gotten a screw before I installed it. Boy, those things fit tight, man. Anyway, doesn't matter. Let's get this window reinstalled. Oh, I gotta find a clip. I'm wondering if I can just use like it's not a cotter pin, but it's the one that you use like on your trailer hitch to pop over. It's tiny. I don't know. We'll see. We'll figure something out. So while digging through all the toolboxes that come on this truck, I found a whole new door latch assembly I didn't know that I had. So I'm gonna go ahead and replace it. That way this door is 100%. I don't have to mess with it anymore, because it really gets old having to climb across the cab to open this damn thing. Hopefully I can reuse this handle. Hopefully it didn't seize up like the other one did. I know the screws on this thing look rough. Looks like somebody tried to take them out with a chisel. A little concerning. I might want to leave that one in for now. Let's see if I can get this handle off. I know there's not a lot of you guys out there building, and gals. There's not a lot of you out there building these things, but I don't know. I think I would watch somebody build one. There we go. A little worried there for a second. All right, back to this. My plan, my ultimate plan, is we get a lot of flooding here in Fredericksburg. I'd like to like to be that jackass that drives around in the high water and helps people, but I would also, I really want to go to like Jeep jamborees and show up in this thing and hit all the trails and just bury this son of a bitch in the mud. My plan is to go to the fairgrounds in October and run this through the mud bog. I want to do the tractor pulls with it. I've reached out to Fast Fuel to see, you know, what they have for this thing, because the fuel system is definitely lacking. I mean, like, lacking. It's bad. I may have to take all this back out to get to this, because it does seem like it may be 100% in the way. I think that was supposed to go on a track that I did not know about. It absolutely was. So I'm gonna have to take this back out because I forgot to, there's a track that runs in here I didn't know about. The old one wasn't in that, which is probably a lot of the problem. See, that's the thing, is trial and error. That's what makes men and women. Let's have a teachable moment. So, I saw a video the other day. This gentleman, he talking about raising his son. He's got a teenage boy, and he was talking about mowing the grass, and his son wasn't doing it the way that he wanted him to do it. But rather than get on him about it, he let his son do it his own way. Because he's got to figure his own things out, and he's got to live his life. So, with young men and women, trial and error is everything. I'm still hooked on the outside. More trial and error. Let's switch around to that side. But anyway, let me finish my thought. So you have to let young people make their mistakes and learn from them. Obviously, we don't want them to make huge mistakes, but little ones never hurt. Let me tell you something. This some bitch is not easy. You got a lot of moving parts. Sort of like pushing a wet noodle across a table. It's a challenge. Getting the old one out, I kept getting bound up on things inside the door. Just no fun. I did get lucky, I'll say. Not having to purchase these parts. I haven't priced them. I'm sure Boyce Equipment has them. There's a few other companies out there that deal with this stuff, but you know where I lie on that. Yeah, I found a company that's good to deal with, so I stick with them. But I'm sure Boyce sells all these parts. However, I already had them. That's awesome. Because I had already spoke to them about rebuilding this, and they told me, they said it's not hard. You gotta take the window out, so when you redo your regulator, probably the best time to rebuild it. And what I did, but I didn't rebuild it, I just replaced it because I got lucky and had one. But luck never lasts. Now that I got this fixed, I'll probably throw a rod or something. Story of my life. That's not true. I can't sit here and tell you that. I've actually had a pretty decent life. I put myself through hell for a few years, but when it comes down to it, I have been blessed. Good friends. Family's crazy. We're good friends. That's not even fair to my family to say things like that. Yeah. I know this goes here. I'm gonna figure out where this pops in at. Does it? Does it actually pop in? Am I wrong? I'm not seeing. I thought there was a track there. But just a door support. I'm an idiot. Don't pay any mind to me. I had it right. It seemed like there was a track there. I was wrong. Things happen like that sometimes. These little screws, they blow me away. I swear you can take this whole truck apart with a Phillips screwdriver and a 10mm wrench. Tell you what I do not have, the screws for the plate. That's okay, because I like going to the hardware store. It's fun. I like to people watch. There we go. She grabbed a hold over there. Got some bite on her. Oh yeah. It's good. It's good. I don't know about this handle. Just think I could do better. It is eat up. Probably part of the problem. Here I'm out of camera talking to myself. So that thing's pretty eat up. There's a spring in there. Supposed to make it spring loaded. It's all eaten up. See if I can find one of these. Well, you gotta go to the hardware store. I hate this hardware store, but it's the closest one. I'm not gonna call them out by name. But the people there just, I don't know, they have those condescending looks constantly. Like they're always judging you. I hate that. Normally I don't care, but this store, man. But I gotta get some screws. Bam. That holds that door plate on. See if I can set you on my dashboard. Oh, sorry about the dinging. So, I gotta get screws. And I'm gonna try to find this thing. Where's the camera? That holds the window onto the arms. Let's see what we can do. Little time lapse from when we spoke before. You won't be able to tell because it's all in the same damn video. But when I was working on the window before, and I did the door handle, which was a little bit of a pain in the ass because a little piece was wanted to keep falling, drove me crazy. But I got my fat sausage finger in the hole, was able to line it back up. Anyway, so the problem I had was, while working on useless, window regulator was bad. When I purchased the truck, I just had a mosquito bite me. Motherfucker. Anyway, so window regulator was bad. When I bought the truck, came with a bunch of parts, and the guy told me, yeah, the window regulator's bad, window doesn't go up, there's a new one in the toolbox, there's a new this, and this. There was a new door latch right here, which I needed because I couldn't open the door from the outside. That was because of a couple different reasons. There was a window regulator in there. So I tinkered with this thing for like 45 minutes. Dropped the window in and it just wouldn't line up. I was so aggravated. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Window in, window out, window in, window out. Over and over and over again. When it should have taken me 3 seconds before I even installed it to lay it next to the one I pulled out to see that it was completely opposite. It was for the driver's side. He had ordered the wrong one. Not that big a deal. I did what I always do. Contacted my boys down at Boyce Equipment, and sure enough, they sent me one. Got that in the mail today. Also, when I replaced the door latch, I keep pointing up here, like here, the whole mechanism inside, the handle itself was just wrecked, wallowed out, and it's from people pulling themselves up on the cab rather than using the handle. They used the door handle, and it had just destroyed it, which I think was a lot of the reason why the door didn't open from the outside. So I reached out to those military guys, went online. It was late at night. I didn't call them. I have spoken to them, hoping to hear back from them about partial sponsorship. So hey, we'll see. But I ordered something special. Let's spin around here. Got it here in this box. I'm excited about this. So these trucks don't have a lot when it comes to security. Like, there's no key, but you can get a key from these guys. You can get a matching key to the matching lockable door handles, which I'm really excited about. Plus, they are already painted black. Trying to get the receipt out to let you know exactly how much I paid for them, because I paid full price, no free parts. Let's see. I'm trying to do this one-handed because I am holding paper. So the it's a truck locking door handle kit. It was $61 before taxes, and if you're interested in the part number, that is going to be ACC, so that's Alpha Charlie Charlie 002003. So if that's what you're looking for, if any of you guys are even building one of these things, or if you just like watching me build it to see how I'm going to destroy it, if you need the part, check out those military guys. Got it here quick. Seems like quality parts. All the hardware's there. So let's get to installing. Plus, you got to dig in there. I think there's some filters in there as well. I'm getting ready to do a service. That's going to be expensive. But let's get this window regulator in and get these door handles on and keep on keeping on. How you doing? Next. That's better. Truck's a little high. Had to get on my step ladder. So I've greased everything, as you can see. Right there. Yeah, had a little accident. I used I keep getting a good spot. I used white lithium grease on the tracks, and I used regular PB. There's some tracks on the side that it runs up and down, but it was binding up inside the door up here. There's a little track that one of them runs in. I bent the hose, got it up in there, put some white lithium in there. May come back and actually do grease. I'm not sure. I didn't want to use regular like equipment grease because all the crap that would sit in it. But other than that, might want to get that out of there. I'm going to put the plate back on. Everything seems good here. And then I'm going to go ahead, bolt down the new handle, because I got new ones. And then I'm going to put the handle outside. You want to come with me? Let's do this. So with this kit, nice black, already put together. You gotta get this to fall right into place. Of course, I'm not focusing properly, and it's not gonna work because I'm videoing. There we go. So in this kit, you get very nice security screws, and they give you a bit as well, security bit. So I'm gonna try to hold the camera and screw these in with my finger right in the way. Let's see what I can do here. I like the idea of the security bit though, so no one can pull your screws and open the truck. At this point, I don't really have anything worth stealing in the truck, but I do plan on doing a pretty nice stereo system, and I don't want my truck stolen. I know that. That would suck. Could you imagine the damage that someone could do if they stole this truck? I mean, just the amount of shit they could run over. I think about it all the time. I own the damn thing. I'm like, I just want to run over people. Let me get this screwed in. This is really hard with one hand. I really got to hire somebody to hold the camera. You know what's really crazy? I have a very nice electric ratchet from Matco, and I don't know why I'm not using it, because that would have been done already. I want to snug these down pretty good. There we go. And torque spec on these is a you hear it? That's what you go to torque to. So wow, freaking fancy. Definitely need to do some adjustment here. You see this big gap? No gap here, gap here. Not sure what the problem is there. Could be anything. I may need to somehow pull that, like I'm a big ass hands in, pull this back forward somehow. We'll see. But this could be from somebody's body work as well. They just didn't do the line well. It does look like, yeah, I think, yeah, that's Bondo. We're gonna get that out of there. We're gonna go sheet metal. I'm actually thinking about wrapping the lower portion of this in some sort of diamond plate. So, get the window regulator in, new door handles with 3 keys, in case you lose 2, I guess. Who knows? Special thanks to those military guys. Like I said, they didn't know they were sending me this stuff for this channel, but I'm reaching out to them. Got a meeting with them on Wednesday over the phone. Wish me luck on that. Hopefully they'll want to work with me. They got some pretty cool stuff. They offer a really nice Bluetooth system that goes in the headliner. Pretty nice. Bluetooth speaker, bunch of toggle switches, interior light. It's already amplified. Pretty nice stuff. You know, who knows? Maybe we can work something out, but I do have big plans for a huge stereo system because I want this thing to jam when I'm out on the trails, when I'm hitting the little local truck shows, and maybe the bigger truck shows. My goal, found out about this thing today. I'd never heard of this before. It's called Rednecks with Paychecks. I want to drive this thing to Texas. It's a long drive. It's like 1,200 miles. I think useless can make it. If you enjoy these videos, man, hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe. I'm giving a motorcycle away too as soon as I hit 1,000. Today I hit 229, I believe. It's pretty awesome. It's good for me. I'm excited and getting more views on the videos. But if you like what you see, if you want more content, you gotta hit that like button. I also have t-shirts, hats available. Yeah, gotta keep them beards in the wind. Stay tuned because she's going in the mud. She's running over some cars. Working on getting the cars now. Gotta figure out where I'm gonna do it and not make a huge mess. Gonna bury it in the mud if I can. I'm gonna push it, see what all it'll do. She's pretty stout. Well, got a fuel system coming up soon. Gotta order it. Want to change this exhaust a little bit. Not happy with that. You know, do something custom there. But got big things in the future. So hit the like button, subscribe, follow all my builds. I'll see you guys next time.